Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and it's Tuesday, and just like we do every Tuesday here at Video Creators, it's time to take a look at some of the online video news from last week and talk about the implications it has for us as creators. And I think the biggest news that happened last week is that Vessel.com, that site that everyone has been saying will be the new YouTube competitor, the YouTube killer, all that type of media huff. Well, they opened up their site as a private beta invite-only test, and I got a private invite and I signed up, and I'm going to talk with you guys a little bit about my experience on there and their whole business model. But first, I got two very quick things for you. The first one is there's a link in the description below this video to an article that I originally sent out to those of you who are Video Creators Insiders, you guys who are on the email list and you got my free ebook and you're getting weekly behind the scenes tips and ideas and trainings and things that I don't publish here on this YouTube channel. But because of the overwhelming response I got from those of you guys who are insiders on that email list, I went ahead and I've never done this before, but I did post this one publicly online at medium.com. It's something that I've been thinking of for a while now, how to communicate with you guys in a way that's helpful and not offensive, yet truthful, and all that stuff. So link to that is down below. And the second quick thing is I want to thank this month's sponsor here at Video Creators, famebit.com. If you guys haven't checked them out yet and you have at least 1,000 YouTube subscribers, you definitely should. There's a link to them in the description below also. And you can go straight over to their website. You can sign up for brand deals if you want to start working with other companies who want to pay you to talk about their products and services in your videos to your audience. Or maybe you want to do some collaborations with other YouTubers. You can browse that section of their site as well and make contact with some awesome people. So if any of that is of interest to you, make sure you go down there, check the link, and go check out famebit.com. So the big story that I want to talk with you guys about is Vessel.com. Now, real briefly, in case you're not familiar, Vessel.com is this site that the media has been saying for a while is going to overtake and compete with YouTube, and they have signed many of YouTube's top talent to post their videos to Vessel.com 72 hours before they post it live on YouTube. For the hardcore fans who want to have first access to everything that a creator does, they can pay $3 a month and have unlimited access to all the creators on Vessel.com. Or you can just have a free account on Vessel and just wait 72 hours and then be able to watch content on there after that initial period is over. Because Vessel will be sharing 70% of its ad revenue and 60% of its total pool from paid subscriptions with the creators, they are saying that creators, instead of making like $2.50 per thousand views on average, roughly here on YouTube, can make approximately, they'll be making around $50 per thousand views on Vessel instead. There's a link in the description below this video that will take you to a video that I made of me signing up for the website, my first impressions as I'm browsing through it, and you guys can kind of tour it with me and get your first thoughts of the site as I'm getting my first thoughts of the site. So that was down there. I posted it for Patreon supporters a couple days ago in true Vessel fashion, I suppose. But I also want to share with you the business model that I think is really gonna make Vessel a player in the online video space. I don't think it's gonna be like a competitor to YouTube that will just dethrone them and do away with YouTube and everyone's gonna up and leave YouTube and go to Vessel. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think the two will coexist, but I do think they are doing something smart. But then I have a question that makes me wonder if it'll all actually work out down the road. But first of all, the business model is this. They're basically looking at the revenue streams that other media has and then finding ways to bring those revenue streams to online video. So in this graph, you see a little example of what that looks like for the film industry. They make the majority of their money at the box office, which has a limited time release. And then after a little while, they'll release it again as a pay-per-view or a download. And then shortly after that, there'll be DVDs will become available. And after the DVD purchases have kind of worn off, then they'll go to an ad-free, different ad-free subscription sites, and then ad-supported subscriptions, kind of like, late night television or something like that. The television industry follows a similar pattern in that they will get the bulk of their money from ad-supported subscriptions, from your cable subscription or something like that. Then later it goes to a paid download, and then maybe ad-free subscription, and then it gets syndicated elsewhere, and then ad supported, maybe on their website or someplace else. So when it comes to online video, and especially a place like YouTube, the only legitimate source of income that you have is that very last bracket that TV and film industry uses. That's the free ad-supported content. So Vessel is coming to the game with that in place, but also offering this tier beforehand which is the ad-supported but paid subscription model in order to get early access to the content. Now, if you want to go into more depth about all this, there's a great link in the description below this video over at TubeFilter's site that'll explain all the ins and outs, a lot more detail I did here. Just tried to summarize it for you. But based on what you know of it already, what do you think about Vessel? Is this something that you feel like is going to overtake YouTube? I don't, but I would love to hear if you do, and I'd love to hear why. Do you feel like this is something that you would be attracted to maybe considering in the future, or would you rather, release it early on your Patreon page and then, like a lot of creators do, and then change it from unlisted to public on their channel? And if this is your first time here, I'd love to have you subscribe every Tuesday and take a look at online video news, talk about what it means for us creators, just kind of like you saw here. Tomorrow on Wednesday, I'll give you guys some YouTube advice, tips, ideas, suggestions, things like that. And then on Thursday, we do some YouTube Q&A where I take a question for one of you guys and I do my best to answer it here. And I do all this because I really believe that a lot of you guys have messages that need to spread, that the world needs to hear. And I will do everything I can to help you guys grow your YouTube channels and your audiences so that the people who need to hear what you have to say can easily find you and hear what you have to say and hopefully have their lives be changed. So thank you for letting me be a part of that. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.